Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Now Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here's Rodgers on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target too. Love, they go play action now. This pass caught, it's Woods. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, it's Pierce. And the Colts are likely going to have a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Ready, ready.
Here's a 3rd-year man from Utah, Zach Moss. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that the season have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Flushed out right. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Throwing. Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The offense on 3rd down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 8. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. To throw now, here's Love. He'll drop this off for Bernard. Touchdown, Colts! Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Chandler will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Love. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
On the ready.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On the double. Classic.
3rd and long for Love. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
First down catch from Michael Pittman Jr., and he really played like the guy the Colts thought that they were drafting in 2020 in the second round. How about 88 catches, 1,082 yards, 6 touchdowns, all but more than double than what he posted as a rookie.
Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready, break.
Only only needing 2 yards on second down. Play fake. Here's Love. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce. As the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it.
And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. After the sack on first down, Wilson, he's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
19.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They run it with Chandler. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's caught left side by Judy. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Chandler. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Wilson, he's going to keep it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensued. Well, a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So now the Broncos offense will come out here as he'll try to add on 2 more. They'll try and run it here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Ready, set.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Love now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 52 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Love. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Again, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go play action now. Wilson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's got a man, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Wilson on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 146 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down. To 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's the option play going left. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Foles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think
he's got a man complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
They'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. This is brought in at the 21. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. That's taken on the 25. The partner under the lights in prime time. This offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatum. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them, just like my keys, drop my